What is up, Hexicans and Pulsinators? Hope you're having a great weekend. Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about some stuff going on with a Hex competitor, Zen, but a few general things. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Will Smith that like button on the way in. Thank you in advance. It really does support the channel. How can I sit quiet? These are the amounts in US dollars sacrificed for PulseChain, the most sophisticated L1, and PulseX, the yummiest DEX that constantly buys and burns PulseX. 1.5 billion with a B dollars. All right, guys, just a reminder, I want to ground you in the massive amount of economic energy. The top sacrifice whale for PulseX was 47 million, and the top for PulseChain was 30 million. We obviously saw a lot more money come into the PulseX sacrifice because people were still learning about PulseChain, and a lot of people missed the initial PulseChain sacrifice but still wanted some exposure. Cosmo Jenkins doing some analysis on the charts. Guys, Richard has been saying Bitcoin is going to 11K for a long time, so I don't think it even really matters to look at these charts. The only exception would be if PulseChain launched, or there was any significant announcement around the public version 3 testnet, the last hurdle, the last thing on the to-do list. If something like that happened with PulseChain, obviously you could see some decorrelated pumps from Bitcoin on the Hex price chart. But for now, I do think we will see lower lows on the Hex price because the global markets are wrecked. Bitcoin is doing his fake pump out right now, but is going to go to 11K. In Hex, until PulseChain has a significant announcement, will follow suit as well. But on the bright side, just keep stacking your fiat. They say millionaires are made in the bear market, and Hex is still going to do great with the launch of PulseChain coming in the near future. I have a clip here from Trayvon James. This is the guy that was infamous for BitConnect. I'm not going to say he's an idiot. He does say some smart stuff. He obviously has a terrible track record with BitConnect, but he's been saying a lot of stuff negative towards Richard Hart, Hex, PulseChain recently. I'm not sure if he's just hurting or if he's just getting impatient or what. But we have the Zen founder. Zen is like a knockoff Hex. Price is absolutely terrible if you look at the price chart. Talking about a new blockchain that basically is going to compete with Ethereum, that is basically like a Zen version of PulseChain, and it's going to be coming out pretty soon. Listen up.
Polygon, it's going to be faster than PulseChain because Polygon has what they call instant finality. Ethereum doesn't have it, which makes the Ethereum transaction slower. It also has the 2-second block times, where Ethereum has 12-second block times. And even if you reduce Ethereum 2's block times to, like, let's say 3 or 4 seconds, because they don't have instant finality, it makes the transaction slower just by the technical implementation and architecture, where Polygon is super, super fast with very, very low fees. So the Polygon fork is faster than Ethereum 2 fork, which makes me believe that Zen layer 1 will be faster than PulseChain. Type of layer 1 that's based on Polygon.
So not only did he make a token targeting Hex, Zen, now he's making a new chain targeting PulseChain. And they say imitation is the highest form of flattery, so I wouldn't dive too much into this. Zen is interesting to me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I know a lot of people in the community just get irritated when because Richard Hart gets mad if anyone mentions Zen. But I speak what's on my mind, and Zen's been doing a lot of stuff. I'm not a big bag holder, but it was free to claim. Anyone could just pay gas and mint their Zen, so I'm not a big hater, but I'm also not super bullish on it anyways. It was just free money to claim, and if it goes up, it goes up. If not, I didn't expect anything from it anyways. But let me know what you guys think about this Zen founder, Jack Levin, creating this Zen layer 1 that would be faster than PulseChain. And I want to leave you guys with this great clip from Richard Hart, kind of a throwback here, talking with this guy. I'm not really sure who it is, but something that a lot of people incorrectly think is a negative for Hex is actually a positive, and I'll let Richard tell you why.
So, well, first of all, okay. Every single important thing in the world is controlled by one guy. America has a president. He can just at will nuke Russia whenever he wants. He's like, I'm drunk. Let's nuke Russia. And he could. And it's okay. And everyone's like, yeah, we want that. We want that guy to be able to nuke Russia at will. Literally. One guy. Okay. Elon Musk goes on Twitter. Elon Musk's like, yo, Dogecoin, you will get my full support if the whales sell, because the only problem I see is centralization. You're like, oh, that's funny. What percentage do you own of Tesla? 30%. Does anyone own 30% of Doge? So maybe you should learn from what works. So what works is centralization and ownership. If you look at any successful coin, including Bitcoin, the ownership is massively centralized. Every fucking time. Always. Every coin. And so then people get this dream. They're like, decentralization is really good. And it is for censorship resistance. Only. And it's really bad for everything else. For everything that's not censorship resistance, decentralization is horrible. And what is actually good? Vertical integration. So when you're vertically integrated, you pay less margin for things because you own all the things. You're like, oh, we want to put out ads? All right, well, we'll just have our newspaper company put out ads. Oh, we need to buy parts? We'll buy parts from our own parts manufacturer. So vertical integration, mergers and acquisitions, is known to be the most effective way to do things. Why does Facebook never get replaced? Because they buy everything that could replace them. They bought Instagram. They bought WhatsApp. You can't replace Facebook because they're like, oh, you're coming to S-curve us? You coming to fucking turn off our on-ramp? Well, boom, we'll buy you. So the shit that works, and obviously works, is centralized ownership and centralized control. And it is visible in everything that is good in the whole world. But then crypto-tards, they think they're smart, and they're like, decentralize all the things. And you're like, no. You just decentralize the consensus network. And everything else should have fucking whales. Because the whales don't have to sell. You think Elon Musk is like dumping his Tesla shares? He's not, which helps the Tesla price. But the fucking plebs that want to buy things, they dump the fucking price. And they hurt the price. And so anytime you see the hex price dip, you go on chain and you go see who fucking sold it. I'm willing to bet you ain't going to find no Origin Trust coins getting sold. But you're going to see fucking pleb coins getting sold. So like,
yeah,
people just don't like. So basically your fear, you shouldn't have. This particular fear, many of your fears you have are perfectly wonderful, but this fear about centralization, it's like Tesla, like how much control does Zuckerberg have of Facebook? Most of it. How does that work out?
Centralization. Well, I don't fear centralization. I'm a fan of centralization when it matters, you know. I don't want my there's plenty of cases where every company that like Tesla, I wouldn't want a decentralized Tesla. You need a visionary leader.
People do it in the best interests. So if you were the founder of a token, what would be in your best interests? Destroy your life's work or be a billionaire? Be a billionaire seems like the no-brainer.